Good day, ladies and gentlemen. How is everyone doing tonight? My name is XAUSD Preacher, and I'm super excited to be here. Of course, like we do it every single day. We are here with the markets. We are here to see how things flow, how we get things done, and I'm very super excited. To have all of you here. Watch the stream, look at what we are doing, and of course learning a number of things. So again, I want to welcome you to this amazing session, Bible and Chats. I don't know why, as always, I tend to miswrite it on YouTube as Bible and Coffee, but I'm going to change that immediately so that we are able to move on. How are you guys doing? Just comment where you're watching from, how you guys are doing, things like that. I'll be very super excited to know, the going that is happening where you are, right? The going that is happening where you are. Yeah, let me know how you guys are doing. It's always a pleasure. It's always an amazing time to know that you guys are watching, to know that you guys are loving the streams. And of course, a number of you guys keep showing up every single time. I've been watching, here in a few moments, and I was seeing Victor on, and that is just an amazing thing to always know, right? And a very amazing thing to always know. Very amazing thing to always know. So I want to welcome you officially to the stream, and I want to tell you that today it is going to be a very good stream. Very good stream. Yeah, like I was saying, it is going to be a very good stream. You just need to keep locked in, have a number of things that you are willing, the notes that you want to take, those kind of things. That's all you need for today's stream. You just need to make sure that you are in the right mind, okay? Just the right mind, and we shall get things done. So as we wait for the trade to appear that we are looking for today, one of the things that I want us to look at is continuing our Bible reading. Remember last time when we were reading the Bible, we ended at around Matthew chapter 25. So I want us to continue in that regard and maybe finish the whole Matthew. We just have about 3 chapters to finish the whole Matthew, and I believe that is going to be something that is really very interesting for us to do tonight. Okay, let me know how you guys are doing, how you're liking the stream, and all those kind of things that keep falling in your mind here and there. Yeah, let me know what is happening. Have you shared the stream? Have you welcomed a friend? Let me as well know about that, because it's really very important to know that actually you have people who are there for you, who welcome people for you. They do a number of great things to see that other people join in. Yeah, see that other people join in. I'm still trying to figure out if you guys are just safe. Then we get started. Okay, so I'm going to jump straight in my Bible. We have a few minutes to the market. I don't know if I should use this or I should actually be at a place where we are watching the market at the same time. So probably I'll just take off my picture and just keep reading the Bible as we watch the market together, okay? So again, we stopped in Matthew chapter 25, so we are going to begin from 26. This is what the Bible says. So it says that now it came to pass when Jesus had finished all these sayings. Okay, I want you guys to be on the same page as myself, so that nice. Okay, I want you guys to be on the same pace with me. Yeah, it says that now it came to pass when Jesus had finished all these sayings that he said to his disciples, you know that after 2 days in the Passover, the Son of Man will be delivered up to be crucified. Then the chief priests, the scribes, and the elders of the people assembled at the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, okay, and plotted to take Jesus by trickery and kill him. But he said, not during the feast. Let there be an uproaring among the people. And when Jesus was in Bethany at the house of Simon the leper, a woman came to him having an alabaster flask of very costly fragrance oil, and she poured it on his head as he sat at the table. So we are on verse 8, but I'm just thinking, maybe I should, you guys might need to follow along with me. So maybe, can I put this somewhere here or something, maybe reduce it to a certain extent? I would want you guys to follow along with me. It makes much sense that way, so that you don't feel like you're left alone, okay? So that you don't feel like you're left alone. So, yeah. Or probably I could get this and push it maybe here, or push it here. Yeah, I guess. But here you guys would want to know the number. Maybe push it down here, just for us to be on the same table, okay? All right, this is what the Bible says. I'm gonna continue, okay? And when Jesus was in Bethany at the house of Simon the leper, a woman came to him having an alabaster flask of very costly fragrant oil, and she poured it on his head as he sat at the table. But when his disciples saw it, they were indignant, saying, why this waste? For this fragrant oil might have been sold for much and given to the poor. Okay? Given to the poor. But when Jesus was aware of it, he said to them, why do you trouble the woman? For she has done a good work for me. For you have the poor with you always, but me you do not have always. For in pouring this fragrant oil on my body, she did it for my burial. Assuredly, I say to you, wherever this gospel is preached in the whole world, what this woman has done will also be told as a memorial to her. Okay? As a memorial to her. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went to the chief priests and said, what are you willing to give me if I deliver him to you? And they counted out his 30 pieces of silver. So from that time, he sought opportunity to betray him. Now, we are in 17. Now, on the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying to him, "Where do you want us to prepare for you to eat the Passover?" And he said, "Go into the city to a certain man and say to him, 'The teacher says, my time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at your house with my disciples.'" So the disciples did as Jesus had directed them, and they prepared the Passover. When evening had come, he sat down with the 12. Now as they were eating, he said, Assuredly I say to you, one of you will betray me." And they were exceedingly sorrowful, and each of them began to say to himself, "Lord, is it I?" He answered and said, "He who dipped his hand with me in the dish will betray me. The Son of Man indeed goes just as it is." Okay, the Son of Man is written, just a moment. Okay. I'm not sure why I got a bit of my system going on and off. Just a moment. I need to check where that came from.
So I've heard a lot about aquafunding, but is it everything people say it is, or is it just another hype?
Yeah, I mean, I've tried other platforms.
right, we shall wait for all the confluences to be met, then we shall take the trade. Okay, so that is what we are going to wait for. Wait for the market, wait for all the confluences to be met, and we shall take the trade. Little did I know that actually my sound was not going through to the stream, but yeah, probably it is now going through. Yeah, let's just wait for the retest into the zone, then we shall look for a potential sell into, potential buy. If you're watching on the different platforms that I'm streaming on, YouTube, Kick, Instagram, whatsoever, Twitch, just know that there is a lag within those platforms, and we are trading a very, very volatile kind of market. So what happens is, for the trades that I take, we enter in so quickly, we need to be precise, we need to have you need to enter the same time that I enter the trade. That's why we are very, very, very big when we say that we want to stream this particular kind of calls. Even the calls that we have with the mentees, these are live calls that we have every single time. Right now they're on a Google Meet, so meaning this kind of broadcast is quicker, or it goes to them quickly more than how it comes to you guys that are watching on the different platforms. So that's something that is very important that you need to keep in mind, so that you are able to take the right trades that I'm taking. Okay, that being said, we are waiting patiently to see what the market can offer us in a place as that. So we want it to come retest either that zone, the breakout zone, or the trend line, whatsoever that it can retest in that place is what we are looking for. Then boom, we shall have our entry, and we shall wait for the market to play out the way it has to play out. All right, unless some of you guys have questions, I'd be really, really very glad to hear what those questions are about. Then we can answer some of those. Yeah, the market can fly. But it just needs, someone who is willing to wait for it to come back into their zones. That's how money is being made. You don't just enter into the market anyhowly, okay? You don't just enter into the market anyhowly. You wait for it to give you the confluences and the confirmations that you need. When that happens, you shoot. That's the same thing we are doing here. We are waiting for the market to tap into the zone, then we shall shoot. For our Bible reading, we stopped at around 46, so we shall be beginning from 47. We are in Matthew chapter 26, okay? We are in Matthew chapter 26, so we are going to begin from 47 right there, and we shall be able to see how best to finish Matthew today. We are finishing Matthew today. We have to finish Matthew today. Let me hope you guys are excited, to read the Bible. I know it's something that is non-conventional, something that many people don't want, something that many people actually don't feel like it is, something they could do, right? So, but we decided to do it on these streams, and the reason is very simple. It's because we want the best, okay? We want the best for you guys, and we know that with God, the markets actually can flow, right? With God, we have that kind of promise that Yes, we might lose today, but we are going to win consistently tomorrow, the other day, things like that. Okay, I'm looking at the market and I'm trying to just see, is it actually going to come and test? Okay, is it going to come and retest the zone below, right? Where maybe my rectangle is, or where the trend line is, the top trend line. Can it go and retest into that zone? That's something that we are looking for. And when we get that, we shall be able to take, to take that trade. Right. Let's just be ready and hope for the best, actually, for this particular example or for this particular trade. For someone who is seeing my screen, I trade using Trade Locker. Just fell in love with Trade Locker recently, and this is something that I'm using right now to trade. Yeah, if you are here for the first time, very first time, make sure you're sharing the stream. It actually does me very well, so make sure you share the stream. If you are watching from other platforms, please be informed that my main platform that I look at every single time is YouTube. So more interactions, more lively sessions, more comments. YouTube is your go-to place. Okay, I like how the market has just closed there. So let's see how it reacts in those particular zones that we are waiting for. Okay. If that particular candle can close bullish, I would be willing to, risk some money on this particular trade. But if it doesn't close bullish, I'm not going to risk any money on this trade. So that's the only thing that I'm looking for. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of the break that I've had, the touch of that trend line that I've had from the bottom there on that previous candle, and also the retest of the zone. So for now, we are not yet sure if actually the market still wants to push up. So that means that we are going to wait until we see a bit of a confirmation that, this is the time. Okay? That this is the time. So possibly if this candle here that is forming can engulf this one, then I see a bit of, let's see, if it does actually engulf it and closes there, I might just shoot in and buy. So I'll just wait a bit and see how it closes in the next 10 seconds, sorry. All right, we have about 9, 8, 6, 4. Okay. All right, I'm in on this trade. I'm buying, and I've entered at that level, and my stop loss is going to be just below somewhere here. Okay, let me first see. I've entered into this buy. My stop loss is just below here, about 25 pips on gold. and I'll be just targeting a small 1:2 on this particular trade, just like that. Okay, just like that. Give me some time. Let me just inform the whole community about this trade, since this is a community kind of trade. Let me hope you guys as well have taken this trade here that I've just given the community. Excuse me. The take profit, the stop loss here is 25 pips, and our take profit is an amazing 1:2 that is up there. So that's about 50 pips, or you can say 500 points, depending on where you live or how you love to call things. So yeah, that's the place that we have decided to put our stop loss and take profit, and we are going to just wait a bit and see how things play out. But in the meantime, as we do so, I'm going to encourage you that we continue reading the Bible, to see how actually the events that we were looking at, how they unfold. Good to see you, Victor, that you're on the same trade. Yeah, the thing is, we just get into the trade, we shoot and just see how things flow. I see a number of people in my mentorship channel also on, which is very, very amazing. I'm going to share this trade online, so let me do that, then we continue in our reading sessions. Okay, most of the times when I'm sharing, I just love cleaning my chat, take out all the clutter, then I can share a clean chat. Good, let's do that. Let's look for a caption to back this up with. Okay, copy. Okay, give me some time as I share this to the community. We just love sharing these kind of trades to the community, right? More so in this time when I have to share them to the community. When it comes to the days, oops, I've pushed this in the wrong group. When it comes to the days where we have to take a trade and that particular trade is why am I sharing this thing in the wrong group all the time? Okay, so the important thing is letting our trade play out. Whether it is SL or TP, we just don't care. What we did was to do the needful, right? What we needed to do was do the needful, get into that trade, take it, and tell ourselves, okay, you have traded, you have taken the trade that you're meant to take. And it is as simple as that. Most of the people just complicate, their trading journeys, and they are fearing stop losses, they are fearing how will they see me, they are fearing how the trades are going to go. Literally FOMO everywhere, right? That's not something that we are looking at. Okay, that's not something that we are looking at. There's no FOMO here. Just get into that trade, take it, set your TP, set your SL, go back and read your Bible. Because anyway, that's what we are doing currently, right? So we are in this trade, and let's get back to reading our Bible. We had stopped at verses 47 of Matthew 26. Please, if you have any questions, just make sure that you're raising them. Just make sure that you're raising them so that I'm able to answer some of those when I get a chance to look at the screen, right? When I get a chance to look at the screen. Let me just maybe double check if actually these trades have gone on all my accounts. This is good. Okay, this is just okay. All right, so I see all the trades are triggered into all my accounts, and I have my stop losses set, I have my take profit set. Just looking for that 1:2. That's all that you need to do, and the rest, trust me, will be history. Whether you hit SL or TP, over time you will learn to be grateful that actually you took that trade. Okay, you learn to be grateful that you took the trade, which is very, very important thing that we are looking at currently. With the challenges that we are doing and trading, it's really, really very important that we don't lose out on any trades, but also we are not taking any trades that are not leading us to where we want to be. Okay, every trade that we are taking, we want it to be a very, very good A+ setup, or something like many traders call it out there. Okay, that's what we want to see. With this trade here, we are risking around 25 pips on it. And surprisingly, I see the market trying, to do its thing. You know how it does its thing. It just loves to do chaos. I'll try moving back so that I can add the different zones that I've drawn earlier, so that I'm able to benchmark on them. Can be able to benchmark on them for anything that the market will do. So we see now that it came, tested this area very beautifully. This zone, this box that I drew here, it has come the second time it is touching in. However, on the 1 minute, we can see that it has created like an M pattern. You know what this means? If it maybe breaks this zone, it might go for the SL. But actually, if this zone holds, we might see a very, very good push to the upside. One of the things that I'm seeing on this particular zone is this area here as well, that it is, this area here is, holding it a little bit. So let's see if it can actually hold it further and more. Okay, again, trading shouldn't be complicated. Just one strategy, just do your edge, let it flow. If it doesn't, it is well and good. Today in the morning, we took about 3 trades, which I put out. 1 trade in the night, which hit take profit, so meaning that was a clean 1:2. Then At around in the morning, before we did the stream, we had another session of trading. We had about 2 trades taken. So one hit SL, then one hit TP, but we didn't take it. And I was telling the people that I was with on the calls, we didn't take the profits. That's what I mean, not the trade. I told them wait a little bit so that maybe we see if we can hit a 1:3. So literally that is like us moving out of our rules, and I'm like, wait, we see if we can hit a 1:3, then we recover the losses and stuff. When we did that, the trade actually is right here on your screen. Maybe you can see it. The trade came, this is the SL we took, then we took this trade here. It came beautifully, gave us a 1:2, then turned back. We were looking for 1:3, which was somewhere here. Turned back. When it was reaching this area here, you can see here at this level here, I told them, hey, let's just move out so that we are able to keep, we call this trade more like a break-even trade, okay? Because we moved out of our rules and, you know, things happened, right? So sometimes you feel like you want those trades to work out in a different way, but sometimes it's not going to be possible. So it's just better to keep to your rules and find the best way to let the market reward you. So with this particular trade, it is our 3rd trade per se of the day, or you can call it the 4th, since we took 2 trades in the previous session. So for the month, we are up by 19%. So meaning we are having 21 wins and 11 losses. This is something that we are keeping documenting, because we know that when we do so, you guys are benefiting from it as a community. You get to know exactly how we trade, how many trades we take, and how all those kind of things keep unfolding, right? So yeah, basically that's it. We could just go back in the Bible and read 47 as we wait for the trade to play out. So Matthew 26, again 47, this is what it says. And while he was sleeping, behold, Judas, one of the 12, with a great multitude, with swords and clubs, came from the chief priests and elders of the people. Now his betrayer had given them a sign, saying, whomever I kiss, he is the one, seize him. Immediately he went up to Jesus and said, greetings, Rabbi, and kissed him. But Jesus said to him, friend, why have you come? Then they came and laid hands on Jesus and took him. And assuredly one of those who were with Jesus stretched out his hand and drew his sword, struck the servant of the high priest, and cut off his ear. But Jesus said to him, put your sword in its place, for all who take the sword will perish by the sword. Or do you think that I cannot now pray to my Father, and he will provide me with more than 12 legions of angels? Legions of angels. How then could the scriptures be fulfilled that it must happen thus, right? In that hour, Jesus said to the multitudes, have you come out as against a robber, with swords and clubs to take me? I sat daily with you, teaching in the temple, and you did not seize me. But all this was done that the scriptures of the prophets might be fulfilled. Okay? Then all the disciples forsook him and fled. They are saying the disciples forsook him and fled. These guys literally ran for their lives. Kesan is saying 19% is quite impressive. Yeah, we are actually trying to say that, we can keep beating that. Okay. All right. Verses 57 of Matthew 26, and those who had laid hold of Jesus laid him away to Caiaphas the high priest, Caiaphas the high priest, where the scribes and the elders were assembled. But Peter followed him at a distance to the high priest's courtyard, and he went in and sat with the disciples to see the end. Now the chief priests, the elders, and all the council sought false testimony against Jesus to put him to death, but found none. Even though many false witnesses came forward, they found none. But at last, 2 false witnesses came forward and said, "This fellow said, I am able to destroy the temple of God and to build it in 3 days." And the high priest arose and said to him, "Do you answer nothing? What is it these men testify against you?" But Jesus kept silent. And the high priest answered and said to him, "I put you under oath by the living God. Tell us if you are the Christ, the Son of God." Jesus said to him, "Is it as you said? Nevertheless, I say to you, hereafter you will see the Son of Man sitting at the right hand of the power and coming on the clouds of heaven." Then the high priest tore his clothes, saying, "He has spoken blasphemy. What further need do we have of witness? Look, now you have heard his blasphemy. What do you think?" They answered and said, "He is deserving of death." Then he spat in his face and beat him, and others struck him with the palms of their hands, saying, "Prophesy to us, Christ. Who is the one who struck you?" Now Peter sat outside in the courtyard, and a servant girl came to him, saying, "You were also with Jesus of Galilee." Okay? Galilee. But he denied it before them all, saying, "I do not know what you're saying." And when he had come out of the gateway, another girl saw him and said to those who were there, "This fellow also was with Jesus of Nazareth." But again he denied with an oath, "I do not know the man." And a little later those who stood by came up and said to Peter, "Surely you also are one of them, for your speech betrays you." Then he began to curse and swear, saying, "I do not know the man." Immediately a rooster crowed, and Peter remembered the word of Jesus, who had said to him, "Before the rooster crows, you will deny me 3 times." So he went out and wept bitterly. Okay, that was Matthew chapter 26. He went out and cried, wept bitterly. Oh my goodness. I am so tired. The day has been a bit tricky, but regardless, we move. Regardless, we want to see us hitting our take profit. Regardless, we want to see where the market could lead us. Okay, so yeah, let's keep watching. So all these trades, most of the 2 that we do for the day, are taken before your eyes. So how I pray that you have the tenacity and the love to take them as well. If you have, even furthermore, you could get even like a demo account and you use that on this particular kind of trades. So it would give you the confidence to see the trades and take them. So as we wait for the trade to work out, you're going to give me a few seconds just to freshen up a bit and come back, okay? Give me just a few seconds.
If you haven't exercised in years, you have to start small with my beginner-friendly Tai Chi class.
All right, so the trade I just shared, has hit a sell here, but then there's always a chance for a re-entry on the opposite side. So we are seeing this break happening here. So what I want to do is, let me hope you guys are able to hear me. What I want to do is to see where I can actually take a potential buy or sell on this particular one. Yeah, I'll just find where I can draw my box, of course where it's meant to be, since the upper trade has been invalidated. Yes, we took it, and I believe we've hit an SL on that particular one, which is this one. But now we are looking for maybe the opposite. That's the mind of scalping, right? So if you are one of those that thinks that these trades are going to just come free every time like this, then that means that it's a very, very big trouble that you're in, right? It's a very, very big trouble that you're in. So what I'm waiting for this area is a retest into that zone, the rectangle that I've drawn, or even potentially a retest on this trend line for me to be able to now take the sales. Remember, this is something that we've been doing for the last how many days, and when you look at the results that we have on the screen, we've got 21 wins, 11 losses. That's almost half of the trades, right? I just want to see how this trade plays out. Let me not talk too much. Let me just find somewhere to put my short position. Then I see where my SL is meant to be. My SL is around that zone there. So what I want to see is, let me just pick that for now and see. We want to see a retest into this zone again for that potential sale. We need to be patient until that retest happens into either on the trend line or into this zone here. But then that's not the only thing we look for. We want to see the market give us a bit of a confirmation, right? A bit of a confirmation that we are going to sell. And then there we shall be able to do so. If this particular candle here closes below, it could be that signifier that we are looking for. Again, the way we are trading on the 1 minute is really risky. So how do you trade it with prop firms? You make sure that your risk is actually very, very low. Your risk per trade is very, very low. That's what we are doing. And with time, as you see that, you realize that you will be able to have at least some consistent kind of trading that is happening here and there. So this thing is closing a little above, probably. Yeah. So we cannot take this one. We are waiting maybe for another good confirmation candle. When that happens, possibly I could just get in there. But for now, I don't see that confirmation candle. There's this one here, but it's not ready enough. So let me just jump back on the 1 minute. If this candle closes below this zone here, I'll be able to just jump in straight away on a sell. My stop loss is going to be up here, So that will be around what? Around 30 pips or so. So yeah, that's the game plan. You just need to have the game plan ready, and when the market gives you what you need, you'll be able to shoot, right? Okay, I'm in on that sale because the market just did what I just said here. Okay, again, remember this is a 1 minute chart, so you have to be very, very good at execution. Very, very good at execution. So our 1:2 risk to reward ratio is just somewhere right here. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see how this plays out. And the reason why we got at least a few days, or a few just in a day, how we can trade together with you guys, is that we want you guys to know the art of the market. Okay, we want you guys to know the art of the market, so that you are able to actually keep trading on your own. You know, you don't have to rely on preacher for you to be able to take your trades. Just know the system, know how he does it, and shoot. That's what we are looking for, right? So our trade is already open, and I just want to double check with my accounts here. I have the sale locked in as well, which is a very, very good thing. All right, so we just want to see if it can actually just milk all the way down to take profit. That will be a very, very good thing happening right there. Yeah, that will be a very, very good thing happening right there. So still, with trading, you just need to act fast, more so when you're dealing with smaller time frames. Okay, smaller time frames, act fast. That is very, very important. So yeah, let's see how this one plays out. For the people that would want to know my risk management, is every single day I'm risking around 2% on the day. So meaning with my prop firms, I'm risking 2%, 0.5% for the first four trades. If they hit SL, that is done for the day. I'm not going to take other trades, right? Let's say the remaining 3 trades for the day, because a day I take around 5 to 7 trades, so meaning I will not take them. So, but if that trade, the first trade hits TP, the second one, the third one, the fourth, that means I can still go ahead and actually take more trades. So that's how I am able to manage my risk. Okay, that's how I am able to manage my risk. So we just read Matthew 26. We are going to go to 27 very soon in this stream, of course. But then just keep waiting on here. Let's see how the trade plays out, as well as, you know, seeing how best we can refresh. Personally, I'm really, really very sleepy right now, but yeah, I'm here on the trade, you know, on the stream with you guys. So let's see how it plays out. I'm going to run, maybe refresh a bit, then come back. So I'll just leave you guys to watch this trade. Make sure that you know, you're watching and praying for the good results only. Okay, all right, let's just keep watching. I'm going to be very, very back in a few moments.
What if I told you you could supercharge your streaming setup with just $15 a month? Let me show you how. With OneStream Live's basic plan, you can unlock exclusive features, unbeatable support, and enhanced quality. Here's what you will get. Break free from the chains of streaming on just 2 social media platforms. Upgrade to the basic plan and multi-stream on 5 social media platforms at once. Got 15 minutes on the free plan, but you need more? The basic plan gives you 1 full hour. Live streaming on the go? Enjoy up to 2 hours of mobile live broadcasting compared to the 1 hour on the free plan. Running out of space? The free plan offers 1 GB of storage, while the basic plan ups that to 5 GB. The free plan does not support web streaming, but the basic plan, it does. This means you can embed your live stream anywhere on the web. It could be your website, your blog site, or even your e-commerce store without any hassle. Say goodbye to OneStream Live branding with the basic plan and make your streams truly yours. Add your logos and brand your streams the way you want to. Enjoy 1-hour sessions on the free plan or double it to 2 hours with the basic plan. Plus, get extra branding elements. Invite up to 6 guests on the basic plan compared to 4 on the free plan. More guests, more fun. And what if you don't have your website and still want to enjoy the perks of web live streaming? With the basic plan, you can set up your own customized web pages and embed your live streams flawlessly. Upgrade to the basic plan today and unlock all these amazing features. OneStream Live, your ultimate multi-streaming solution.
Hello traders and welcome to the Goat Funded Trader. We are the prop firm that has up to 95% profit split, which is the highest one in the prop firm industry. Also, our prop firm has no minimum trading days, weekly payouts, up to $800K in funding, and also free retries for the challenges. This is only a small part of the entire list of benefits from the Goat Funded Trader. My name is Andrea and I'm going to be a host for you, sharing the best trading related content and also hosting interviews with our Goat Funded traders in order to inspire you in your own trading journey. Feel free to navigate through our website and also to subscribe and activate the notifications on our YouTube channel in order to increase your trading experience. We would be more than happy to have you inside our Goat Funded Trader community. We are looking for good traders to come to our prop firm and to have better results. We are always looking for win-win situations. Both our prop firm and the traders will benefit from this relationship. And this is why we have the highest profit splits of the market. And also this is why we are offering the weekly payouts for the traders that stand out. So remember, there's no minimum trading days for you, up to 95% profit split, and also the weekly payouts. If a trader is able to pass the challenge in a short amount of time, they should be rewarded. We are waiting for you to join our Goat Funded Trader community.
All right, so guys, the trade we were in earlier hit a sell. Sorry, I moved away from the charts a bit, but then this is our last trade on this stream. What I'm looking for just down here. So we are just waiting to see if the market is literally able to break this range that we are seeing it at. That's something that we are waiting to see if it can happen. And as far as I can see, the market is breaking actually that zone that I'm talking about. All right, so then what we are able to look for is a retest in this kind of area. So we need to just see the market push a bit here. If then we are taking this kind of trade, it is going to be a sell trade, and it is actually almost already happening. Let me see where my stop loss could be. I would want my stop loss to be maybe at this area here. It's around something like that. We got a retest. It's a sell. Okay. We are not going to rush getting into it. But we got a very, very good retest right there. The area we are putting our stop loss is just up here. Just up here, if it all happens well and good. But for now, we see the market has broken down. Now it is showing us a bit of pushes to the upside, so you have to be very, very careful so that you're not caught in the middle. So we have to be very, very careful so that we're not caught in the middle. One of the things that is very important when we are trading on the 1 minute, I want to assure you, is there's no perfect entry for 1 minute. So you have to use your eyes, you have to use your mind, you have to use everything that is within you. So you see right now we're thinking of sales, but the market has just flipped that, right? So currently now I would be now waiting to see if there are any confirmations that are actually telling me there is an opportunity that you can capitalize on to buy or sell, something like that. So I would put my stop loss below this range here. Okay. And tell myself that if at any point in time we get a break out of this particular trend line that is on the top, I would be doing what? I would be selling. That's something that I'm telling myself. So if potentially we close above there, I'll be buying the market. Only if we close above this range here. Yeah. And you see, the market did not do that. So you have to be very, very patient to see that the market actually does that for you to be able to do it. Yeah, you have to be very careful. Let's watch and see how it unfolds. That's the 1 minute for you. It runs miles and miles in less than seconds. So we have to be again careful. The key things that we were looking at is actually, does this thing break below any of these trend lines or below the zones that we have drawn here? That's something that I was looking for. But currently the market is telling me, hey, I've broken down, I've come, retested this upper one, and I am not going anywhere. So it has come now back, retested this trend line, and broken it again. Okay. So the way I find my directional bias is by looking at how it plays around these breakouts. These breakouts are really, really very important. Okay, those breakouts are very, very important. So now we see touch, 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 almost a touch here, and another one here, and it is stagnant just in between there. So what we want to see is, can it break above here? And if it does it have the momentum to keep actually going up, right? Does it have the momentum to keep going up? Something like that. We've already put in place where we want our stop loss to be, just below here. Okay, so if this thing can close above here, I'll just get into that buy. Okay, again, with the 1 minute, you have to be very, very conscious. There's no perfect entry. If it can close above there, I'll just find a probable buying opportunity, then I get in. Okay, I like how it is playing already. I have my trigger set. If it closes there in the next 20 seconds, I'll be just buying off that place. We need a bit of more push to the upside in the next few. All right, so 3, 2, I'm in, because I've not seen it close above there. Okay, sorry, I've seen it that it had to close above here. So I'm in, and my stop loss is just below here. Okay, so let me just update my SL. Copy. Click. Paste. Confirm. My SL is just below here. All right, so we just need to see our 1:2 come through on this particular trade. We need to see our 1:2 come through. Okay, we are in on this trade. It is a buy trade. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Let's see how this particular trade goes. And it will be just a very good one. Today the market is really moving very volatile, you know. It's running very up and down so quickly. But let's see. These are the only trades that we have. If they hit a sell, we are done for the streaming. We shall wait maybe in the evening with the rest of the team that is in mentorship to see if we can get some kind of trades around that time with them. So my SL is just below here again. We are waiting patiently to see what this trade is gonna be made of. To be honest with you, this kind of trading on the 1 minute is really very draining sometimes. But all you can do is give yourself time, learn the drill, and let other things flow. Yeah. At the end of the day, what we are looking for is a win, and there's no best way you can look for that win minus you going through some kind of way of consecration and learning how the things are done. Yeah. So again, just let's keep watching. I'll be back in a moment. Let's just keep watching. Wow, interesting things. Yeah, that's another SL hit on that. So guys, I'll just end the stream here, and shall need to just figure out, what's up. Okay, shall just need to figure out what's up. So yeah, it's been a crazy run. Crazy run. So shall need to see what the market does next. Maybe tomorrow. Let's just save it for now. Okay, more opportunities are coming soon. Just trying to update the community, then we can end the stream. Let me hope you guys have been alert. I've seen all the trades happen and us taking them, which is very, very important. So yeah, that's the drill. Let's not beat up ourselves for the loss, but rather take responsibility and protect our capital, so that tomorrow we also have like a trading day. All right, so guys, thank you again for joining in. I'll be seeing you very soon again, probably tomorrow. We see what to do. Okay, bye-bye for now. I'm going to just end the calls and see you guys tomorrow. Ciao for now.